In this episode, Max makes some noise. Co-driver Chris gets philosophical. Stanley meets a puppy. And I call for Code Brown. Man, I miss original Top Gear. And this is all part of a series where I have less than 1 year to go from lifelong rally fan to competitive rally racer in a real-life championship. We're using sim racing and an old low-budget rally car to get there. How far can we take this? Hit that subscribe button if you like, and let's find out.
So it's Wednesday, test day is on Sunday, and we have so much ridiculous stuff to do. So back at Vex Performance, I've got to do stuff like install these very specific fire extinguishers and very specific absolutely everything to meet the rule book. We got a ton to do. The engine's finally running. I'll share more about that in a sec.
Coming up fast is the second biggest day of this entire journey. The biggest will be, of course, my first actual rally race, which is coming up in a matter of days, not weeks or months. But before that, I have one chance to get me and my budget rally car up to speed on a real rally stage at this season's first official test day. This is what I've been waiting for. I have so many questions that need to be answered. I've never done anything like this before in my life. And really, I don't even know if my car is gonna hold together, so we got work to do and we better get started. While the guys at Vex have put in some serious work behind the scenes to get the car running its best, today it's mostly on Stan and I to prep the rest of the car.
Well, I'm just taking a look. I noticed there was a bunch of exhaust coming out of the front of my engine last time I started it. This has already been welded up a couple of times before, and it might need it again.
Yeah, it definitely needs some more welding.
A little bit of slop in there.
So we had to pop the shielding off in order to bolt on the fire extinguishers.
When these come off, they're like burning hot. Like all that's burning. Stan's gonna be in the car. I've got to raise the car up and then bolt them through underneath. So I thought I was good for the tow rope, but apparently I'm not. They've changed the regulations, so we got to order a new one. But we'll have something for test day anyways, and definitely something for the rally.
We pulled out the old original intercom system, which just does not work anymore. Then it was time to mount some cameras.
This is super, super important. We're trying to figure out the very best ways to actually mount cameras and get great footage for you all watching. Because like this is not, like what we're doing is not the normal way of getting into rally. We're documenting the entire thing start to finish. And so if you'll notice, like even when you watch like really good, incredibly fast WRC drivers in literally the fastest cars on the planet, if it's not the right mount and if it's not the right field of view, it looks slow. Like they're doing 180 kilometers an hour down tight, twisty roads. But if the lens is wrong and the camera placement's wrong, it looks like they're doing 80. I think we've all seen that before, and that's not what we want here. So we want the camera footage to look as fast as it feels in real life, or at least try to get as close as possible for that. Got an Insta360 Ace Pro 2 set to the very widest setting, which is pretty dang wide. I think it'll be sick. I hate this part so much. I hate it. We got a tether just in case that pops off. It won't just go falling onto our faces. I think we've covered our bases. This is a comm system. So I gotta put this somewhere. Most of the time people put it around back, but then once you're strapped in, you can't reach it. Especially because Chris and I don't have a ton of experience just being in a rally car at a race. Adjusting volumes and stuff is probably gonna happen a lot more for us than it will for other people in this first season. So I want to have it easily accessible.
After that, we mounted up the tires of choice for test day, which in this case, with ice and snow waiting for us on stage, we went with Michelin X-Ice North Force studded tires. And you know, then Max immediately gave me a crash course on how to mount those tires myself.
Just like that. Okay. Oh, I hate that.
Okay, the car is as prepped as possible, and it's time to trailer this thing home, put the decals on, and head off to the test location first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah, really excited to be putting the first two small business community quarter member decals on the actual race car. The first of which is rappel rope access.
Bam. Small business community quarter member number 1.
And the second is blank canvas custom imprinting. Thank you so much to both of these businesses for supporting the channel. And if you want to do the same with your business or your own personal name on the actual race car, you can sign up for Patreon in the description.
I just realized I look like a priest.
And here we go. I'm really nervous. Like, there's so many unanswered questions. Like, am I just supposed to be a super skilled rally driver? Like, how much skill does it take to just keep the car on the road? And do I have any of that right now? Will any of my sim racing actually prepare me for what's to come?
Are we nerds? What are we doing here so early?
What are we doing?
I thought everybody was gonna be here.
I don't know, but what I do know is that showing up way too early has its perks. That sunrise was incredible.
Recording camera 1, recording camera 2. Holy smokes, this is kind of it, isn't it?
It's it.
We are gonna start slow,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
If you see me getting too spicy.
Hey, you'll feel it, I'll feel it, we'll say it.
All right, lap 1,
All right.
ready?
Starts 30, left 3, into right 4.
All right, let's do it.
All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 30, left 3, left 3 into right 4, to right 4 into crest, and crest into left 4 into right 4, left 4 into right 4 and left 6. So right 4 and left 6 into right 6, left 6 into right 6, 50. That's your right 6, 50.
Just testing brakes.
Okay, left 5.
Try and get a little rotation going here.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. Good. And your right 5.
Okay, so far so good. Feels
Okay.
pretty natural.
Short right 6. There you go.
Oh
left, yeah.
Front end slipped.
Nice. All right, left 5, 100.
This is the left 3 up here.
Yep, left 3 at the end, then 80.
Just testing brakes.
Okay, sounds good. And right 3 to left 3 up. Right 3 into left 3 up, 100. Okay. 100, then left 4 long. Look at you go.
We're getting there.
Okay, left 4 long, 150.
So it's the first lap, and of course, I'm definitely taking it easy. All Chris and I are trying to do on run 1 is make sure the notes make sense, add any additional info to the notes, and test grip levels of the car as many ways as we possibly can. But over and above all of that, through all the controlled chaos, you are watching a lifelong dream come true. Driving a rally car in a real sanctioned rally situation is something that, for the longest time, I thought could never happen. But here we are. Lap 1.
And stop. On
Okay.
the left, there you go.
Nice.
Time, 4:05.
All right.
Not bad.
Yeah, man, I basically just drove it straight.
How's it feel?
Good, but being snow, like, the grip levels are changing all the time. Yeah, just gonna get used to it.
Yeah.
Right back in. It's really understanding angles on this car and like, okay, so if I'm sideways through some of those corners, the biggest thing is I can't currently imagine us going sideways into something like that.
Yeah.
And that's where the skill level needs to go way, way up. Like, we need to be sideways before the corner.
Right, where you feel the fear and lean into it.
Yeah. We're still on the road, man.
Yeah, we are.
That's pretty good.
All 4 wheels are attached to the vehicle.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. 30, left 3, into right 4, left 3, into right 4.
Now, after looking through a ton of previous timesheets from when this stage has been used in actual rally races, cars most similar to mine tend to run between a 3 minutes 15 seconds and a 3 minute 30 seconds on dry gravel. So my own personal goal is to hit a 3 minutes 45 seconds in these snowy, icy conditions.
Woo! Very nice. There you go.
That's a good time.
Because in my mind, that should mean that at the very, very least, I'd be in the mix.
Man, these other guys are cutting so inside.
Wow.
So for lap 2, we pushed just a little harder and cut our time down by 12 whole seconds.
We got a 3:53.
All right.
So it's game on now. Against myself, I guess? I can tell you that every single second that I'm in this car, I'm learning so much, including some things I never thought about, like how between my Hans device and my Halo seat, merging onto open roads is tricky.
Anybody coming? You see anybody? Car? All right, anybody coming this way? Cars? Was it cars? That's sooner. Car? Revs? Car?
Yeah.
Car? All right, stop for lunch. That was like, it's so much to take in. Like that was the wildest amount of highly compressed learning that I've ever had to do in my entire life. I was really worried going into this because you just see rally drivers driving super fast and doing what looks to be crazy things, and all of a sudden I'm in a rally car on a rally stage. Do I just have to be that? As soon as I got on the stage, we basically just drove it straight. And I was like, okay, that's fine. This is something I know, and I had a frame of reference. And then I just built off of that frame of reference. So like, I would try gunning it a little bit here, braking harder here, a little bit more gas out of this corner. And so I kind of answered my own question. It's just like this slow progression of adding on to what you already know versus having to just all of a sudden just know things, which there's no way that you could until you do it. So for anybody else out there wondering the same things that I wondered this morning, you start with what you know and then you build. And that's why all these other folks out here who are doing this are so good, because they've been adding on to what they know for years and years and years. So, gonna get some food, then we're gonna hop back in the car and just keep learning. This is really fun.
Up. 100, now left 4 long.
Best part about rally cars is you don't have to worry about Texas gates. You just run through them.
Yeah.
Blah.
Wow.
I know you probably want to see what a full complete lap looks like, so as we play through the second fastest lap of the day, the fastest lap was the very last lap of the day, and the battery for the main camera between the seats cut out like 20 seconds into it. Yeah, but anyways, while we watch this run, let's talk through what went right, how sim training came into play, and what definitely has to change on that car as soon as possible. So with my first actual rally coming up so soon after test day, my main goal, my only goal really, was to not damage the car or my confidence too badly, or at least to an unrepairable amount before race day. Yeah, so my main goal was not to crash, catastrophically, essentially. I tried to set myself up beforehand as well as I possibly could, and I did that by replicating my car every single measurement, every single angle and distance to my sim rig, and you can watch that video right there. And I did that to make sure that my muscle memory was on point. So when I sat down in that real rally car, I had been there 100 times before, so that was pretty cool. And that immediate familiarity with the car really helped calm my nerves. The car mechanically performed super well all day, and I think it was one of, if not the only car there that day that didn't have mechanical issues. And I have to say that somehow straight line braking on that snowy, icy surface was shockingly good. Incredible, actually.
Wow, this thing can brake. That is so impressive.
Right 580.
Like those tires are wild, man.
Thank you, Michelin.
Cheers.
Left 4 into right 450.
So that was a nice confidence booster as well. But if there was one thing that had me on my back foot pretty much most of the day, It was also the one thing that I've complained about in nearly every one of these videos, and that is my steering rack. That stock Impreza L steering rack is 3 turns lock to lock. And I knew that every time that I would put the back end out, I might not be able to get it back. Not a great feeling, and it made it so that I never fully felt comfortable pushing through corners. Because even a relatively small amount of counter steer meant doing a full rotation on the wheel, and that means hand over hand, or I'm letting go of the wheel with one hand fairly often. And in a rally situation, that's kind of straight up dangerous. Now, I think I've got a line on a very high quality, fast steering rack, and I hope we can make it work, because that would be a game changer for how I could drive that car. And if it does come in, I will definitely let you know about it. But despite all that, we blew past our time goal of 3 minutes 45 seconds, ended up getting a 3:29 on that last lap. Can't be happier with that. Like, the people were posting those times with all-wheel drive cars in production class, like mine is called repair class now, but same thing, on gravel around the 3 minutes 30 second mark. So that's a great sign that I'm hopefully gonna be in the mix. I've come out the other side having learned like so much. It's hard to put into words how much I learned in that one day. And I feel ready to at least enter into the final prep before the big race, before my first actual rally. And that is the next video on this channel. I can't even believe I'm saying those words. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see the culmination of this entire last 12 months, this whole journey that I've documented from beginning to now. Yeah, it all comes together on the start line of my first rally event. I'm freaking out.
Crest into right 4, keep in. Left 3 up. And crest into right 4, keep in 100. Keep in 100. Right 6 short, 80. Okay, braking into left 2. Left 2.
If you see
into right
braking
5.
after a call, just call it at the same time.
Okay, braking right 5 here, right 5, 80. Then right 3 tightens into left 4. Right 3 tightens into left 4. Okay, left 4 into right 4, 50. Left 4 into right 4, 50.